Oh, you're so impressive. We can't wait this long. We're already late. We can't. We need. Oh my god.
I'm ready to talk that shit.
It's a travesty.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Holmes.
What's the matter? Afraid of a little rock stuff? Welcome to show business, moron!
They do a show called Night Creeps. They're like doing a metaphysical look at what's funny, and in terms of this YouTube stuff, what works and what's a character. It's like, am I supposed to be watching this? Do they realize this is being live streamed? So anyway, that's Night Creeps.
Luke of the Bind, love him.
Is live?
And Jim Grindle.
Night Creeps. You could say this is a bit of a demon hour here on the Night Creeps.
Demon hour again.
Kidding. I'm not kidding. Weird shit is human
Yeah,
experience.
he's popping. He's popping.
Fucking unbind, bitch.
All right.
That's gay. That's gay.
Our
Cows, you-
own little cows here,
Fucking
folks.
right. That's what we do. This is like our scream therapy at each other.
I forgot.
Night creeps. Winky dinky inky dink.
We didn't even try to do that. That's how.
Just it flows. The universe provides, and I learned that from you. You're the only one who ever said that.
Yeah,
and
I say that all
it's
the
just
time.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm like the first guy who ever said that too.
That
then when he
lady's
pulls
got a
her back,
pecker.
oh, look,
That
oh,
lady's
horn
got a
bouncing at
pecker.
the penis.
That lady has a pecker.
Night Creeps rule.
Did film gay porn?
It was all simulated. It wasn't real.
Well, this is all a simulation. None of it's real. That's what he says every time he.
Night Creeps is brought to you by The Bind at The Bind Rocks and ConsumeOurProducts.com.
Is this a bit? Is this a bit? Is this a bit? I'm here. I repeat, I'm
Is this
here.
a bit?
I seem to be there's some kind of ghost in my machine. I've vanished. I don't know what has happened. Hi.
This might be better for us. It was way
Nope,
better for
look
a
at me.
second.
I'm gone.
It was-
I'm a
It was
ghost.
the
I'm-
most incredible show ever. For a second ago, it was.
you-
It was like so much better. What?
Do you understand how well this would have worked for me? I didn't want to go take a shower and shave. I had to go shave my face. Ended up trimming my sideburns up a little too high. Can't show you now because yeah, they went up a little too high. But this would have been perfect if I wouldn't have had to bathe or shave.
Why do you have to bathe or shave for these people? I don't get it. Like they're clamoring for us. They want what? You're better.
I have.
clean?
It's called
I mean-
self-respect.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
don't
I
get to
need
be
to know
grim
that.
jindal for nothing, pal. You don't just wake up in the morning fresh as fuck. You gotta make it.
You know what?
anyway.
And I
Make
got
it
an
so.
issue here. I'm going to continue blaming Luke for everything. Jesus, what are you, my
Makes sense to
family?
me.
Come on. Jesus Christ. What? I got to get it from everywhere? Thanks. Fucking thanks a lot.
Hey, at
Jesus.
least you're getting it from somewhere. Unlike some dead weight that used to be around here. Wah, wah, pork pie. That.
I mean, yeah, it must be frustrating. I mean, if you can't because of physical.
Oh, I didn't want to
means.
get.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not. No, I don't want to talk. Yeah. I like to be, I like to be very magnanimous with with the things I say, and I like to be good.
I'm
I
Arnold.
don't
I'm
make
Arnold
no one mad.
Schwarzenegger. Ah. I am a Terminator. Ah.
Oh, yeah. And
I'm a
they're like,
robot that looks like a man. Ah.
hey, I'm a guy with a sword, and I'm a boning. And
Oh, you
I'm
can't
a
beat
Chris,
me with your
and
sword.
I'm-
Nah.
Oh, isn't that great?
Oh.
I can't do this. I can't do it anymore.
That's
I can't.
real, though. That's fucking blowing my mind. That's real.
That's
I'm too sexy not to be on camera right now. I need to fix this. What are you saying?
again. I was right. Prima donna. He's got to make sure his hair is perfect. See, I don't care. I'm already. You know what? I'm gonna be like having groupies and stuff. No, there's no way. There's no way that's happening. I'm too old.
But it's
too
saying
much,
I'm not in my chair, and I am in my chair. I'm freaking out.
Did you paint yourself green or something? Is that
No! Do I have fucking like hepatitis or gonorrhea? Gonorrhea.
You're far away, so I guess it doesn't matter to me. So. Oh. So, in the intro, that story I'm telling about recording a
Gay
movie
porn?
and yeah, that thing. Well, what's really fucked up is the character that I was playing was supposed to be a country boy. So, I automatically started doing that same exact laugh thing that Kai does. Like I'd say a line, "Hey, how you doing there?" Yes, it was a yokel
Here I am.
laugh.
I look like an idiot. Whoops.
Jesus!
Come in looking like a fucking. I went too high on the sideburns, and
You scalped yourself.
I nipped a little bit. But
I'm
I'm gonna bring it all the way around. Look, I nipped here and there. I gotta get back into it.
Oh wow, Jesus!
Just look at me over here.
I'd never even venture there. I may take a clipper with an extension.
I don't
and
like
kinda
hair
go
around the ears.
and
Al Lewis.
a little bit, just a tiny much. Too much handsome. Scale back.
I have a lifelong
That's what
fear
Eddie-
of turning into Grandpa Al Lewis.
Why?
Cause that's what I look like when I grow old, I think.
Grandpa Al Lewis. I'm gonna look like Mr. Miyagi. You think that's happy for me?
Yeah.
I forgot the name already. I've been drinking. I just wanted to let you guys
Pat
know.
Morita.
It was a long day for me. I had some visitors. My dad came by with his new wife. Which, whatever.
God, this is so interesting so far. Can't wait. You gonna show a slideshow about
So
it?
I had to start drinking early to kind of deal with all that. You know what I mean? I've been drinking all day, all night. Woo!
Makes
And
sense.
sometimes when I drink, I might do some odd things.
Like take your dick out or threaten to rape your dad's dog. I've done both of those things.
When I think I'm fucked up and I'm crazy, I just have to turn, and all of a sudden everything's good. Maybe that's why I keep coming back, so I don't feel like I'm the craziest person around or the weirdest person
It's
around.
like hanging out with a fat girl. It's like when the mediocre looking girl hangs out with a fat chick.
We're both like, he's even creepier than I am, so if I stick around, maybe people will like me. So a clip of mine got played today on a show. Did I? Oh yeah, you said maybe come recount my onion tale, and that was the show. It was on The Onion. Played a clip that I made of Ray DeVito's show because I saw. I can't. You're muted, motherfucker.
Oh my God! Go ahead.
But it was fun because it was one of those, there was a lot of drama going on between him and this girl that he, I guess, wants to date or isn't dating. But he told Jake Hudson that
Who, the
Mary
Onion
is
Man?
his girl. No. This was Ray DeVito's podcast that I captured and sent to the Onion. Because this particular show of Ray DeVito's got taken down right afterwards. Because I was literally editing the thing. And all of a sudden, my YouTube jumped to like a random video, and I realized that it was paused on his video. He must have went private right afterwards. So I was like, "Oh shit! Why people do that? Why would people go have the confidence to do a show and go on and do shows, and then right afterwards just be like, oh, I gotta hide it." was like, I thought you might have a thought on that, but just, he's still working on his hair.
God damn it. God damn it. Maybe it's not good enough. Maybe they didn't like it. Maybe they said something naughty. I've done all of the above.
Well, that would mean that he actually has a discernment for things like that. I'm not sure that most of these podcast people have that sort of discernment. They go, well,
I'll discern you, you fucking weirdo. Discernment.
Yeah, I wish I could waggle out all the stern memories from all these people too. Maybe they
the
just move on
word
with
is
their
discernment.
lives.
If you're gonna speak the king's English, you should speak it right.
I did. I always articulate very well, and I didn't graduate. So what's that mean?
I fucked up. This looks more like a
School.
goatee, doesn't it? And I never want to have a goatee, but I look more like a goatee.
Oh,
boy
because
right now, don't I?
it trails off a little. I see what you're saying. Oh yeah, you really did a number on it. Is that just the gray that's making it look like that?
Oh, that's my hard work. Not the gray at all. Not the gray.
I haven't shaved in a while. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's terrible. Oh. So how you been? We haven't done this in 8 days. 8 days. I mean, we had an
Has
alpha
it
pod.
really
rant,
been 8
but
days?
It has since the last one. It took us that long to get 100 views, and I'm not even sure they're all real. What you guys
Blame
are
the
failing
audience.
us. You guys. What more can we do? I don't know.
No, I see shows fucking dropping numbers. Somebody's watching with fake views. I asked Luke if it was him being a naughty boy, and it wasn't. I
already know that doesn't work, so why would I even spend my time
and it
doing
gets you in
know?
trouble.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, the Tribal People Try channel got shut down because of alleged suspicious activities.
Really?
Aku to
Tribal
you
peoples?
too, Richard Kish. Aku to you. Aku. Just shove it in, Jim. Disgusting, Jeff. What else?
9 to 1 accidental clicks, Jay Santiago says. Possibly, I guess.
Boo! You clicked the wrong thing. Yay! This is the one.
He does that pretty good.
What's his other line? I like soup. Yay! I like soup.
That's Mr. Jim Florentine, eh? What a great comic.
I ate soup and then I put. What is it?
It's hilarious. He's like part of this. He's not part of this whole podcast world. He just knows people in it, and goes on Anthony's show, goes on certain shows. But he really is selective with the things he does now. Does he still go?
Because
on
he's a
Stern?
superstar.
Yeah.
Jim Florentine is a legitimate media personality, unlike, no offense, Kevin Brennan, no offense, even, I would say, the biggest guy in the entire podcast wars game is Bob Levy. That'd be my argument. I think he's got the most clout, the most notoriety. He's been around the longest. He should. And then what were we talking about? I can't stop looking at I look like I'm fucking getting ready to have a margarita and
compared to Jim Florentine. We're saying compared to Jim Florentine.
Yeah. These guys, none of these people are. Even Bob Levy's not a legitimate media personality. Barely. Okay, maybe his work on E! With the Howard Stern show. Yeah.
TMZ probably wouldn't follow him.
No, maybe not. If he did something real naughty, like if he started banging that Ariana Grande girl, then I think TMZ would start following it. Gina Levy, you got to get smart, girl. They got to become like super smart family, and she's got to pretend to be like some victim, and he's just got to pretend to be dating that stepdaughter. Which is, I think, her stepdaughter, if I got the story right.
We should be talking about this.
Yeah. They got it's fine. It's just a suggestion. They don't have to actually have sex anyway.
Oh,
look, they'll just pretend to date.
Hollywood.
Would you listen to me? I'm trying to make Bob Levy the most famous man on the planet.
Okay.
They could pretend if he was pretending to date an Ariana Grande lookalike. Hello. That'd be all over the fucking news. And her OnlyFans would skyrocket. His ticket sales would be, I'm sure, be fine. I'm sure they would be perfectly fine. Anyway, the only so Jim Florentine's not on the same level as these guys. He's an actual media personality. I think in the whole compound world and adjacent world, the only other actual media guy is Don Jameson. He's probably the next most famous beyond Cumia.
Nobody goes on on those shows anymore. No one. I mean, how many people above and not headliners don't go on these shows anymore on Cumia or except for Florentine, maybe. Maybe Jim Brewer went on there, but he would never go. They wouldn't go on MLC probably. Florentine definitely would, but all the other ones.
Wasn't Bill Burr going on during COVID? Not even a few years ago. This whole super fuck Cumia thing, isn't it kind of new?
Well, Burr started distancing from him a while back, actually, because his wife is black, and Anthony says some things. So
not to him saying things to her.
I think also it started happening right around when Cumia got fired from Sirius, but it wasn't direct.
What are you talking about? Burr. If you go to Compound and type his name, I'm pretty sure he's got a ton of appearance. Unless I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm misremembering him with the other bald weirdo, Jim Norton, who really tricked me the other day with his old man filter. I just, look, Jim Norton is the kind of guy with the kind of AIDS that will age that fast. So I thought maybe. I really, really did.
That's why he stopped doing Chip. He can't. He's so old now. He's degraded so far.
Lucas of the Bind. I'm not even joking. I had that very chain
Talk
of
to me,
thought.
bro. Don't talk my full name. Whoa. Actually, someone said my full name
Stalkers.
today. I tuned into the BYB today, and as soon as I did, they said my name. Did I tell you that?
No, what happened? I didn't even know they did a show today.
Well, I guess they were supposed to have a guest who moved the show.
You know something?
Do it until Thursday. What?
What is their channel? Please tell me, because I want to remember earlier when I showed the Belly Pork channel.
Yep.
And you saw that I probably maybe looked at half of their shows at best.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well,
I see where you're going. All right.
Let's see how much BYB I watch. I just typed them into the machine. To the machine. Again, we're gonna find out if Tyler Durden is real or not. I want to know. Don't you all want to know if Tyler Durden is real? Excuse me. All right, ready? Here we go. Bing bong. Let's see how much of their shows I have watched. Look, Hump Days. I did peek at them 2 weeks ago for whatever reason. There's an episode I looked at. It looks like also I checked out B-Rad episode 7. I don't remember ever seeing a B-Rad episode, so that's a little weird to me. We membered.
By accident.
So there's one again. There's a little piece of one there. Apparent hip star? Who's a hip star? Gino's Negroes. I do remember looking at that one. B-Rad and B-Gay. Looks like I looked at their early shows. It looks like I did peek at their early shows. I did never ever watch a whole show. Let me tell you that. They're just looking at shows. I do skip to the end just to see anything.
So I guess they were supposed
This is
to
when the
guests.
talking was being talked, but I think that
Wednesday.
counts as not watching, I guess.
And the same guest, who's Kate Meany, we've seen
I'm sorry, Luke, but I don't like what I just saw. YouTube is bullshit. That's not indicative. That's not indicative. It makes it look like you just click on. It should just put the little piece that you saw. Because if it actually did that, it wouldn't be all red lines. It'd be like little dots. I fucking probably
Like,
saw.
Jump.
I don't think I've seen more than 45 minutes on my children.
I wish I could say that. I really do. I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, just don't even ever bother, because I'm dumber. I'm dumber because of it. I might be
but that's
making
why I don't
terrible
watch
decisions
it.
because of it.
This is hard enough,
There-
you know.
And that's
Hard
what it
enough
does to
fighting our
others
suck.
too. I mean, while we try to, it's interesting that you were talking about the Matrix earlier with
Mr. Stone.
with Stone, because there was a picture on Twitter about this is the picture that best explains what I do for work, and it was a person pulling another person from basically a one-dimensional universe into the real universe and showing them that there's more to life than their tiny little brain could ever comprehend. And
You sound like a crazy person.
I know, but that's exactly
like a
what I do. And
lunatic.
what's so fucking weird about this goddamn show is that is exactly what we're doing, but not in the way where it would feel like it's some sort of religious or whatever thing. We're just fucking being creeps.
Oh, I want
and
these
showing-
people to all worship me, Lucas. They better worship me,
no.
and you're gonna be worshipped as my henchman. You're gonna be Saint Lucas. I'll be Jesus.
See,
I'm Jesus,
personally-
and you're Saint Lucas.
I just know that eventually they will. I don't have to worry about it. It happens. It always happens.
Obviously. But anyway, your point about these BYB boys.
Oh, they do the exact opposite. They're sort of like they're the agent from Matrix, trying to exterminate any people that are creative because they feel like it's a hindrance to them. Anyone they see that is any sort of talented in more than one way, that's even worse. Oh my God, you could do multiple things. Get out of here. You're gonna take 2 or 3 of our places and fill it in way better than we ever could. Chase him out. Frankenstein, get out of here. That's what the monsters were. Monsters were people that could do so many things that people were just scared as shit to even be around them. Like, oh, he's gonna, he might say something to me that like and destroys me. Watch out! What 3 words? This guy's watch out. What's going on?
I'm waiting for you to get to your point. What do you mean? What's going on? You tell me, you fucker. What is going on? What's the point? How do we jump from talking about Kumia and Bill Burr? And
You started looking at
when the
because they were
change
talking
happened.
about me. They were talking about me.
Oh yeah, so you tuned in and they were talking about you. So what happened?
They were blaming me for Kate Meany not showing up to their show. That's
What'd you
basically what I
do?
got the gist of. I didn't do anything. They're like, oh, people send emails to people and tell them that we're shitty and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you mean like Lucas Hunton? Like, say my name, bitch, because you know it. And you will say it. It's not going to be the last time, bitch. Say it again.
They clearly said your name.
Yeah. Don't dox me, bro. Oh, wait, I'm already out there because I'm real, bitch. I mean, I don't know about this guy. He's pretty real.
I need to grow my beard back. That's all I know.
Oh. Ooh, 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 ha, ha. Pork. You know, I think he watches.
It's like a fucking black dot right here. Who watches what?
I think Pork Pie watches the shows pretty regularly.
He watches every second. He lives for it. Where are we going?
Because he mentions everything we say. He has to comment on every little thing that he thinks alludes to him. He has to comment on when he goes on in that hyena fest. Oh, belly pork. Gave me a belly ache.
We have some clips, right? Did we ever get them in the
we do?
studio? Are they here?
There's there's a link to a clip.
I don't know how we veered in this direction of them, but I've lost all interest immediately.
Oh, thanks. That was from my birthday. That was me getting real sick.
Sure was.
Was I naked in that? Don't rewind it, please. That was awesome. Having a picture drawn. That was nice. That was nice.
So what's this about Matt Iceman, huh?
Yeah, Matt Eisman used to do the show a lot. He used to do Kumia's show a whole hell of a lot. You know who he is?
No.
He hosted Ninja Warrior.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the white dude that hosted it. He would come into ONA back in the day and stayed going on Kumia for a long time, but eventually he had to separate himself. It's kind of the thing to do if you want to be viable in entertainment. Actually, it just seems to be that way, which is hilarious that Chrissy is trying to build her career from that base up. It's almost counterintuitive. What a bad manager she has. Ugh, terrible decisions. What's up? It's like, I don't even want to talk about this. Well,
Every
they got
time
married,
I try
you
to
know?
open my mouth, it's like, why bother on any of it? Just seen any UFOs lately?
Oh shit. Not personally, but supposedly there's all kinds of them getting captured now everywhere. There's all kinds of them, and there's one in Jupiter too. They saw some weird flash on Jupiter. Did you see that?
Apparently, it was in this Iceman's contract specifically with NBC that he couldn't go on to Kumia's show. Interesting.
Hey.
Interesting. What about this UFO? I wasn't.
Run far away, everybody. Don't associate. I don't know if we should even be subscribing to it anymore, because
I'm
Alex
not.
Stein being involved.
I haven't
Well, I still
subscribed
am.
to that channel since 2022.
You know, the thing is I thought I was going to continue to watch Kumia's show, but the thing is sometimes I like to watch MLC or jump around to these different shows that are going on at the same time as Kumia. And I go, well, I could always watch Kumia later because it's less interactive. I can just view it, and then I never get around to it because who has the time to listen to 8 2-hour shows every day? You can't. You just can't. If you want to have a real life and do actual things, it's too much. And I think that's part of what the podcast war is all about, where people are on saying so much shit that it's kind of hard for everyone to know what everyone else is saying. So everyone's getting second, third, fourth hand information about everyone else. And this guy hates you, or this guy mentioned you, or a guy could tell one little joke and all of a sudden it blows up into a big thing because someone said it was big. And that's exactly what happened with where Gino freaks out when he doesn't listen to shit and he just assumes that he knows what the hell's going on. It's all, this entire thing is all miscommunication.
That's
because
why
everyone's
Becky's evil. Clips are the devil's work. I mean, look, we've seen the success it's brought Joe Rogan. So, I mean, I think you can blame Joe Rogan for clip culture in a way, because everybody saw that could be what made him the biggest podcast. The fact that JRE Clips channel he had was constantly putting out these nice little sensational bits. Yeah. Oh, damn.
And the fact that
I was
he
gonna
does
say,
like
you might as well, Jay. You might as well, because apparently, I'm just fucking. Go on.
You're dead today.
It's not dead. I feel like I came here excited. I feel very Walter Flanagan today, I guess, apparently.
Who am I? Am I Q? King? Chong?
Yep.
Can't, can't do that. No.
You could be. You
Well, I
could.
can do that.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess show over, guys. This is the shortest one ever, 30 minutes.
Oh no, we're still going.
You clamored for it, and
You-
we're going to give it to you little bites. Not like Joe Rogan, where he does a 4-hour show and he can clip 9,000 clips out of the thing and send them out and become super famous. Yeah, you're probably right on that. I mean, he definitely hit it at the right time. He was in the right place at the right time with the right credentials and the right pull. It's nuts. I
Yeah.
just saw
I-
we cut the cord, right? So we have like the free channels, but they show that, it's like one show all the time. And what was the show? Fear Factor. Seeing old clips of him young in the first and second season of Fear Factor and just thinking about what happens to this dude in 20 years. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, what a change for a guy who isn't the greatest
He was a
comedian, but
monkey. He was a monkey. Joe Rogan used to be the look, even up until The Office. I found this interesting. If you notice, Michael Scott makes a joke. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. I watch everything he does. I thought that was kind of haunting in a way because Michael Scott is this character who lacks self-awareness. You know what I've noticed? I haven't been able to speak correctly lately. My mouth have been like this, like I've been trying to dictate a few things lately in my professional life, and
you need more practice.
no, I think I'm just dying of AIDS.
Oh, okay.
From
Why is it
all the
always-
gentlemen I love.
AIDS is not a death sentence anymore.
All right, I've got the COVID.
I thought that's what I had. Finally, my lungs are starting to clear out a little bit. But it's been
No,
a while,
I think it's this.
quite a while.
How do you live with
It's
that
your
cum
facial
stain
hair.
on your mustache? I think it's this that's throwing me off all night. This black dot. I can't stop looking at it, and it's just driving my head crazy.
Shut your screen off. Why do you need to see anyway?
I was born with eyes.
I mean, why do you need to see this screen? You just need to see yourself. Don't look at yourself. Why you're so vain.
So we should probably also address the elephant in the room. That we have become the monster. We have become that which we hate. That which we scream against. That which we spent 45 episodes saying we would not be. And here we are, walking that road. It's not either one of, we both seem, there's just a lot of interesting, fun, gay drama that goes on around us. And it just so happens to make for fun content. Apparently, I like to say naughty words. Like, that's my whole bag. So when you got a nice little piece of drama, it's just an excuse to say naughty words. Burp. But I can't
Say
help,
burp when you burp.
I can't help but notice, I've been doing it for very long. I can't help but notice we're becoming the monster. We're living long enough to see
So
ourselves.
is this why you always like to kill your shows and make new ones?
Mostly because I'm a hack.
Okay.
No, because
Well, you get a hack and
I-
a mediocre, and maybe we'll make almost a good.
yeah, maybe I like perfection, and the old shows weren't perfect a lot of the time, so I would reboot them or fix them, and I feel very justified in my decisions because going back and listening to stuff as I talked to Stone about, I think after the show this morning during, We sucked. We were fucking horrible. And had we, I don't know, had we fucking tried or whatever, we'd have quit. We'd have quit because we'd have found out real quick that we sucked.
Well, if you sucked hard enough, you could have become a lolcow, right?
Oh, there was plenty of opportunity for that, but we're too proud.
What I find is interesting. Okay, so there are certain people who I'm sure realize they're a lolcow and lean into it, and then there are others who maybe I should just lean into mine. I don't know. I'll be a little sheep. I don't know if I'm a full cow. Like my milk's a little not as fatty. But
Cows are worshipped by the Hindus.
well, Scots really love sheep.
Leave Shepherdini and his sheep fucking out of this.
That's what I've heard. That's just not. I mean, as stereotypes, I get it, but they're stereotyped for a reason sometimes. I noticed it's kind of interesting that now people who have a mental disability but aren't too far gone, I guess you'd say, can really make a career in this space now. And it's so strange that it's such a flip of position where years ago these would be people who would be shunned, be sent away, or just coddled or whatever. There's various ways people dealt with very autistic people, or as they called them back in the day, retarded or whatever, insane, things like that.
Flame resistant.
But now those same exact people, it's almost like a karmic, it's like they built up so much good karma that now that the technology is here, they can become stars because people want to watch how weird they are, the strange things they do, how they might pop off at any moment, things like that. In a way, it reminds me, because of this full access, because anyone can turn a camera on and do a show, and people can just watch train wrecks constantly, it's almost done to entertainment, this sort of entertainment, what happened to music 20 years ago, where you could digitally make music and you could distribute it, but then also it got cheap. Like no one wanted to pay for music anymore once they could share it, once they could send it to each other. And now it's almost the same thing with TV, where we want to cut the cord and we just want to steal things a lot of times. And now, but the problem is the quality starts to go down. And that's what's happening with all entertainment, especially this space now. The quality is just sinking and sinking and sinking because there's so many more the average of quality, depending on how many shows there are, is way lower than it used to be. So maybe having these networks that make a decision on whether a show is going to be good or not, some sort of gatekeeping, is a good thing, because what are we doing with all this content? How much content is really on YouTube?
It's all just wasted energy in the universe. It's all farts.
It's true.
There's no okay, look at it this way. If you're going to consider it historical value, I won't watch Doctor Who because, well, one, there's so much missing. Two, there's so much. Same thing with this. 20 years from now, nobody's going to go back and watch this shit. Not unless something very special happens. And if something very special happens to, keep them interested in the future, okay. But, yeah, this shit is fleeting. It's farts.
Fleeting. Well, I mean, when people ask you,
You goddamn
Jamie Floyd,
right, JB.
is the pick in the middle going to be a shirt? I mean, it sure doesn't last forever, but if people are asking you for merch, then maybe we should start having merch. I don't know.
I'll wear that shirt.
I would too. So it's kind of funny. Like, we're the kind of people who we like to create, but, you know, we're not going to just throw fucking merch out there just to be like, here's merch, Oh, if people want merch, I guess we'll make some merch, right? Sure.
Speak for yourself, Peckalips. This revolution ain't free. I gotta fucking raise the troops, and I gotta build the barracks, and they gotta have funding for this revolution.
Are you playing one of those mobile games? That sounds like one of those games where you build a town and you go out.
No, I'm just speaking delusional and narcissistically.
Oh, okay. Well, I agree then. Yes, and.
I'll do this. This is the problem with long hair. You've got to, style it like a fucking fruit in order for it, to look good. And you got to, good.
You should be putting, a mousse in it and then blow drying it to get it fluffed and get it nice and get it wavy.
And the best you're going to do is look like a fucking... have we figured out what that character's called from the Fraggles? I wish I knew. Fraggle Prince. Prince Junior Gorg. The Gorgs.
Gorgs.
So, the best you're going to look like is a Gorg or a pervert. A pervert.
Yeah, Ma.
I mean, I got to tell you, you brought up them BYB boys earlier. Boy, that BYB Bobby, he just destroyed me when he said I look like Ron Jeremy. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Ruined my whole life.
Wow.
I'm crushed.
We should just hang it up. I mean, if they're gonna go that hard, yikes. I'm scared. Especially when they talk about I mean, I never talked about doxing kids, but they were saying my name while talking about doxing children's schools. So I don't know what that's really about.
All right, what's that about? It sounds like you do. I don't know when you're telling naughty fibs or not. I don't know what you're doing sometimes.
No, they mentioned someone mentioning that people dox their kids, and I think they're getting their stories mixed up. Now they're taking every story that they have from everyone they hate and attributing it to me. I mean, again, they're not even creative enough to come up with stories that are specifically for me. they have to just kind of switch the names on the things. What do we say about people? The small piece. Okay, that's part. Yeah, that one. Okay. Oh, and I'm getting tired of Ski and Stevie. This is what happens now. They take other people's bits, and that's all they do. So I believe Kevin Brennan. Wait, was it Chad or Kevin that came up with oh, hi, Chad. Or hi, Kevin.
Hi,
Kevin's
Mark.
lawyer.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, hi, Kevin's lawyer. Or hi, Chad's lawyer. That they add, so... I swear, if you watch any of these shows with either of them on it, they say it 3 times in the show and go and do it and then stop and kind of look around hey, that thing I said 10 minutes ago, I said it again. It's still funny, right? Because I know a reference. That's what it is. That and when I was watching the rest of whatever I watched on BYB, all it is taking everyone else's bits. How the fuck do you survive like that? How do you look yourself in the mirror and say, and go, I'm a great entertainer, when all I do is other people's bits all the time? Every reference I have is from a bit, from a show that most people don't even watch. Most of the people don't even know your O&A bits. These people didn't grow up with this shit like you did. You're literally talking to each other. And then every other little fucking, grifter who comes around and says, ooh, I want to do stuff too. They see you. You are marks. They come through you. They run through you. They do it, and then they leave. They're gone. You keep tagging these people fucking 10 shows after they've ever fucking talked to you. And you think they're still your fucking friends. You're fucking idiot low-cal motherfuckers. Don't you realize it? Ah!
And this is why I've been quiet for 45 minutes. I agree.
Get out of
said-
this space!
said
Go,
perfectly.
run! Get away! You don't belong here at all. You have nothing.
Hold on.
When you talk, there is nothing. There's nothing there. All you have is literally sending thousands of DMs to people all the time. Oh, you don't talk shit about anybody, huh? Oh, bull fucking shit. Oh, you want to be... Oh, dude, once Stevie mentioned my family, you're all culpable. All of you. Anyone that associates with him, all of you.
Big
One
boys
by one,
included.
you
Big
will fall.
boys included.
One by one. Because when I get a shot, I take it. I don't just take willy-nilly shots either. You got to look. You got to be patient. There's an art to war, guys. Art. You know nothing of art, so I understand that you'll never, ever be able to see it. Like, oh, you may read the book. But did you have the thoughts in the book before you even read the book? Like, reading those books to me is literally like a map of my own brain because I had all those thoughts already. You are living off other people's thoughts. You don't have the thoughts. You don't have the brain to have these thoughts yourself. Do you understand this? You don't. Because all this information has been just shoved into you. You don't actually computate. You just remember. That's all it is for you. How do you get through life like that? Doing a memory of something you saw because you think that's the right way to do things, but you never ever come up with a better way? You never come up with your own way to do shit? Or even like a turn of phrase or a colloquialism? You'll say it because it's something you've heard, but you never twist it. You never turn it into something better. Or it's literally a fight. You have a script in your head and you just pick little pieces here and there. There's no creativity ever. Like cutting clips and showing them and like laughing with your buddies. That's not a fucking show. I mean, unless
That's
you know
the
you're with.
B-Rad show.
Oh, it is. See, I, you know what? I've watched like one of or two of those shows, but I can't even remember what it was. Oh yeah, he was watching literally trailers to games, to video games. Like he's hanging out with his friend. Go get some friends. It's way cooler to hang out with your friends.
But watching
Like-
dumb trailers to video games, there's a market for that. That's a thing if he's got something to offer to it.
Oh shit! I need to plug my phone in because it's running out of juice. Hold on. Hey,
Oh
space.
no. All right, we're going to do the me show for a minute. Oh boy. So, hi everybody. It's me, Jim Grindle, hipster extraordinaire. Can't you see my hair? Don't even know how to use a microphone. I got nothing. I shouldn't be here at all. If only Derek could. Oh, that's very rude. I got nothing for you. So how's everybody out there? Good? Great? Is that great? Good. This is what's called bombing. I filled my gas tank up today.
How them gas prices near you?
Don't forget those super chats. I don't pay attention to gas prices.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. You have
if
to
I
get.
did, I
Now, I always get the mid grade, and at some points when it's like, $4.50 for you, you're like, what the fuck? But I really think it helps my car to run better. Instead of the regular.
I would like to guess the higher the grade, the better the value.
Okay, so you're Samson, I guess, right? You shaved off your hair and your power just like you can't get over.
I think so. I know my heater in my car works much stronger when I use the higher grade gas compared to lower. Wow, this
I never. Yeah. Oh well, it's a nice blue sky day today.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I
I
saw
will terminate you.
the light over the
You
water.
better
It
get
was
in the
like
chopper.
brackish water, you know.
You said Brockenswacker. I'm Arnold Schwacker.
Yeah, I think it's a challenge.
People hate me because I'm fat. Because I'm big fat pork pie.
I hear Kai. I hear Kai constantly being like, yeah, I think you should be nice to people and you should be great and you shouldn't be mean to them no matter what their
You must
thoughts
listen.
on anything
You must
is.
listen a lot. You do him
No,
amazing. You do that man
because
so good.
maybe I am him.
I think you might be.
It sounds like a fake voice to me. That's why. That I don't know. But
Do it again.
well, I don't know what you mean. Oh.
See, now he's trying to trick you. Now he's trying to trick you by not doing it perfect. I think we figured it out. Luke is Kai fucking with Lou. Brilliant, Luke.
Well, you know, I just like to dabble a little bit everywhere here and there.
You know, so we don't have to borrow
Computational fluid dynamics.
Well, no, nothing about computations. I'm fat. I'm quoting verbatim. That's not a paraphrase.
I
That's
am
verbatim.
too. I'm saying I just don't want to. I don't remember my line anymore. I kind of lost it.
So where are we
just the
going
same-
with this?
It's the same thing over and over. It's like you wrote a script for like 10 minutes of a show and then you just repeat it over and over. What is that? That's not a show. And then like it's two guys, like there's one guy who's got some brains.
Sorry, Luke.
and-
they were
oh.
bragging about Jay watching the show this morning.
Oh,
Bragging.
you told him to go watch. That's why you said go watch. Go.
No,
over there.
that was I said that after their program. That had nothing. He did that. I don't control men. I can't look at myself. I look like a fucking homo. I fucking want to. I want to suck my own cock. Jesus Christ! I feel like I should be standing in front of a glory hole. Oh,
What are you, Marilyn Manson?
I don't like the look of myself right now. I shouldn't have done this to myself.
I'm sure that's why Marilyn Manson modified themselves so much when they were younger because they probably didn't like looking at themselves. How's Marilyn Manson doing, by the way?
Well, as you know, he has been exonerated, at least as far as courts would go or any sort of suits, and it's come out, but nobody's talking about it because they'll slander a man unfounded. But when the accuser comes out and says, yeah, I lied about all that, and Evan Rachel Wood and her girlfriend told me to lie about it to promote their TV show Westworld, which is if you watch any fucking show that I've been doing, especially with that fucking pork pie cunt Lou talking about Westworld.
Pork pie?
In the past, I've been saying this. Charles Whedon can verify. I had huge conversations with him over the last couple of years about Evan Rachel Wood being a monster, a fucking monster, and she's the reason why I won't watch Westworld. She's a monster. And
I guess so.
So
Shit.
it's come out, but do you hear it? You hear the fucking same people who smeared his name and canceled them? Do you hear them fucking retracting their dumb bitch fucking words? Nope.
That's fucked. Cancel culture is real, and there are purveyors of it.
You anti-Semite or something? Cancel Israel. Come on now. You're going to get our show canceled.
From what?
I don't know.
Like seriously, I want to know, guys. Come after. Like, go ahead. I was just watching some clips in my phone, and there was one of them of Stevie talking to Damien from BYB, like Damien would ever turn that on, and saying like, his channel, I know you really like it, Damien, and you are in this too. You laugh along, and you um you encourage it with the way that you do, and I know you
Laugh
really like
along.
your channel, and if something ever happened to it, I'm not saying I would. I'm not gonna. I didn't say that, but you know, you wouldn't like it very much, would you? Like he's talking to children in a show. Like he literally, this is what it's like to me. It's like he's on Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. And he's like, Daniel, now I know that you have friends that like to make fun of things, but I might take down your PBS channel. Okay,
Stop
I'm not
rubbing my
saying I
nipples
will.
while you're talking about Daniel Tiger. For the record, I was rubbing my nipples before he brought up Daniel Tiger.
And yeah, oh yeah, you guys are talking about that this morning too. I thought, my kids love it too. They always all have, and the little ones, that's all they want to watch right now. Oh god. Anyway, you can only hear those songs.
I'm
so many
opening my
times.
shirt up so I look more manly to counter
I
this.
don't think it's working.
I gotta do something.
You got to draw. I mean, I think the hair's getting too white now. You got to draw it in dark or dye it or something. just play with it a little bit. We're getting. I mean, this is an extra late night creeps, so it is even creepier.
And I've
Even
been up
darker.
grinding since 5 a.m. And look, I can't discuss it, but the grind I'm currently on is quite exhausting.
Shit! Remember the grind? Remember the grind with Eric Needs?
Nope.
No, Eric. Was that his name? Was that his name?
I don't know.
From the first Real World, Eric something. He would host a show. It was a dancing show, and it was just people like in Hollywood at some shitty fucking MTV like an MTV summer house or
That's a story
something.
of what happens when people stop being
dance.
polite and start being real.
But he was doing it like a workout almost. Like everyone else is like, and he's just like, "Hey, everyone," and because he has like barely any rhythm and he's too bulky to do anything, so he's like, "All right." I still check out.
I'm surprised we've been doing enough to keep you for more than a few, Mr. Santiago.
They just don't.
This is two stinkers in a row. We should just retire.
Really, I don't think this is a stinker. This wasn't bad. I had a good little.
Well, you're doing lovely. I'm stinking.
Again, we said you're doing an important secret project that you need your stuff for. I understand. I think the when things iron out and certain things happen. I think
I turn retarded. Look
again
when
dude,
I am
understand.
exercising those certain facilities, my communication abilities completely vanish because I'm in my autistic brain at that point. I'm in my lizard brain. I'm in whatever you want to call it. I'm not a human being currently.
And I go through that constantly because I'm constantly trying to write lyrics. I'm constantly trying to come up with like either video pieces, clip things, whatever, any of that shit that I'm creating. I am tapping into that side every single time. And maybe that's why I am so crazy sometimes. Oh my God, we're teehee now? What happened? What?
It's stuck now. Now it's stuck.
This is. Yeah, you have to start one here to stop it. That's a little trick on StreamYards there. I'm not. Still.
A little secret. I knew it wasn't stuck.
It's kind of funny that you're playing that because for a while I heard Pork Pie calling us. He would say clown shoes, and I thought he meant you, just you. I think he's calling me clown and you shoes because the baby shoes, and I'm clown. Did you realize
Wait a minute,
that?
why am I baby shoes?
I don't, because you're dead to him. Maybe.
Okay,
You're used.
Hemingway.
I'm saying. But what's funny is when he uses references like that, Kai doesn't know what the fuck he's saying, and anytime Kai says anything, Lou doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. So it's like it's a comedy of errors, but it's also very cringy to get through. I'm just saying.
My face
I'm sure he
is
cringes every
almost
time he
as
sees
ugly
us.
and horrible looking right now as ski masks. Look at it.
There's no, don't even. There's no way anyone could get close without major
I'm doing it. Look.
trauma.
I can't even. Okay. Yeah, what's up, big piece? Huh? So, KB! Oh, you took my money and AC!
There it is. Here you go.
Oh, I got a Lego head. Look at me.
Like a real blockhead. And it's so strange how, his last name is Shackelford. There's a hack in it. And Ford is an unreliable piece of crap car. So it's like he's a hack. He's unreliable. He's got a blockhead.
He lives in a shack, or that's where he keeps
A
his
big block.
victims.
Like in the 350, he's got a big blockhead. See? Bam! I think we should end it now. I don't mean like that, Facebook. I mean, well, did you start Facebook? Did you even? If you're on Facebook anyway, you should come here. But I don't know how you're going to see it. You go over to YouTube. That's where all the good commenters
Yes, I went live on Facebook. Of course, we're live on Facebook.
Can we?
Obviously.
We're going to have to start. Now, we have to start the show over and do an entire hour, and you have to be good now. Okay? You ready?
Oh, great. Okay, here we go.
Some jumping.
She runs. You better all run. Run. Nope, don't like my face. I just wanted to make it more awkward again. I figured it was an awkward and bad enough show. I thought a false
So what
ending
happened?
would.
Okay, so you have a standing desk now, but you're not using it. Is that I think that's the thing. We need the energy to be up. Like you said, it was probably 10 episodes or 15 episodes ago. We're entering the butt plug stage of the show where we need to spice things up to make it feel better for us, right? I don't mean we have to put butt plugs in. That's not what I'm saying. Maybe filming that poem did kind of warp me, but I'm just saying we have to spice things up in this show. See, that's your problem. You just get too used to things. You get too comfortable with things. That's it. You think you're so cool, and then all of a sudden it's just so blasé. Oh, look, I got a show that like kind of works a little bit. Oh, whatever. Oh, yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I'm gonna create other things now. Oh, I created something cool. Well, now I don't want it. I want to go create another cool thing. Look at you, fucking guy.
Oh, that's me the whole time?
Oh, yes.
I thought it was just a vague you. Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, I understand, actually.
It goes nowhere, though. That goes nowhere.
Well, because you got to persevere. That's the problem. gotta push through that shit time. Like even with dude, with the band, there's been a bunch of shit times. You know what I mean? But sometimes just shit don't line up right, and you just gotta keep pushing. Push it real good.
It's just that Lou hurt my feelings so much. He says that all the great stuff we do is not great, and now I just, I don't want to do any more things. No.
Oh, I thought. Wow, he got me on that one. He got me, folks. He got me.
Maybe.
No, dude, it's understandable. You know what? Okay, so when this band broke up the first time, well, yeah, we haven't broken up a second time.
Or not to interrupt you, also maybe just a constant theft. Everybody, our little gaggle of geeks for the last 2 years are the most imitated and hated in this little stupid circle of hell of 12.
See, that's the thing what you guys don't understand is we are literally creating and we are muses for you. For all of you, no matter what level. Because the things we do catch on. No, but we are. That's just the way it goes. When you're amusing, you are a muse. That's just the way it is. It's like some people can create, and then some people can cause others to create or imitate and create from there.
I look like a worm monster every time I look this way.
It's literally a superpower. It's literally our brains are opening your brains like religion did. That's what religion originally was
like
for.
It was for your mind.
It was to give you an image of eternity, because without going into a church, without reading scriptures, singing, having these experiences in this place with these people and talking about living forever, spending an eternity here, God, that's everything. Like that really does expand your mind long before they had, structured studies for everything, which does that expand your mind? Does learning all the multiplications and all of the colors and all of the this and all of the that, does that expand your mind? Or is it just, it's just, okay, just identifying everything you see. Okay, there you go. Now you've identified it. Now here you are. That's not expansion. That's not going beyond the veil.
Mathematics you threw for a loop, because I resisted math my whole life. I've always called math the great sorcerer, because 666 backwards is still 666. You can trick anything with math, essentially. But it is also the universal language, the real one. It turns out that if you think mathematically, you really do kind of, it does expand your mind. You think differently. You come to solutions differently with a mathematical perspective.
And patterns are helped.
But everything else you said, I agreed with. I agree with the other stuff.
But the thing about math is, like ancient people all counted by 12s instead of 10s. In the modern world, we've gone to a 10 system.
Why did they do that? That sounds stupid.
The 12?
Yep.
Well, because it divides up easier. Divide 10.
Explain. It's 5.
Divide 5.
2.5.
2.5. Divide that again. Now
That's
you're going into like fractions. You're going into all this stuff. 12, 6, 3, or 12, 6, 2, or whatever. It's a different way of thinking.
No, it would be 3. It would be 3 and then 1.5.
Well, it'd be 3 and then 1.5. But you haven't got to those fractions till the bottom there. But that works with music.
Yeah,
music
is the fractions at the bottom and the other way too. I'm just saying 2.5 versus 1.5. You're still getting to the fraction at your last number.
Well, think about the way that we do inches. It's 12 inches, right? And we're multiplying
I
in
mean,
12s
that's what
now.
she said.
It's just so counting in zeros is a fast way to count, but sometimes it doesn't mix with nature as well. Nature works more in pairs, in fours, in multiples like that instead
That's
of 5.
true. A rule in politics was real numbers don't end in 5 or 0 because they don't occur naturally. 5s and 0s.
It's never on the nose like that, or yeah. It's the same sort of concept. So by counting by tens, you're closing the mind down a little bit.
Because
people,
yeah.
you have to think a little bit more and computate a little bit more to multiply by 12s. There's more, but by tens you can just memorize it real easy. 10, 20,
Well,
30,
then
40, 50, 60,
I like that better because if you're talking about math to expand your mind or how math could expand your mind, then I would say counting by 12s expands it more from what you just said.
Yes, exactly. So what you do is you do what Europe did.
We're smart here.
You start counting by tens, by centimeters, decimeters, millimeters, and now you've essentially caged the mind in mathematics. Now you've gone one step further in making sure that people aren't expanding their minds. There you go, rest of the world. I'll keep inches. We like inches. In stone, what the hell is a stone? How do you weigh yourself in stone? I never got that. You take stone and you put them on a scale and you see how much you weigh compared to them. It's weird. It's just really weird.
You lift the person up and then you lift the bag of stones. You keep putting more stones in until they're even. Like you hang a guy on a rope and then you hang a bag of stones and you keep adding
all the stones weigh this, like you just throw random stones in there. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
They never explained that to us. So expand your mind, people. But here's the other thing. I mean, there's these drugs that expand your mind, and essentially there's, talking about Joe Rogan earlier, there's the monkey mushroom thing where, maybe monkeys started doing
stoned ape theory.
Yeah, they started doing psychedelics. It changed their brain chemistry. They thought more, they saw more things or whatever, and became us eventually. But, there's some people who talk about psychedelics and how it can bring enlightenment and bring understanding. But the problem is, if you're too young to really know what that understanding is, you haven't even figured yourself out, and then you annihilate your own personality with too many psychedelics, you don't develop. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I think that's what's happened to Ski Hack's little friend there, Jim Stansel. I think that dude has done so many mushrooms that his brain is soft now.
Well, he's one of those party shroom dorks I've noticed from his Twitter stuff.
Extreme!
And just bragging about how many mushrooms he took, and I don't know.
Well, and I think also it's
either.
Well, but people like that, what they do is in a social situation, they will take so many drugs that no matter what happens, they can just blame it on that. Just like Gino. I'm in a social situation. I want to have a good time, so I have to drink like a fish. Because I'm not good in social situations. I'm so awkward, and I say fucked up things. I pop off on people. I don't understand what's going on, and I get confused, and I start running around and pushing people over. I'm singing a song, and I don't know what the hell to do. So, and then it becomes a thing of, well, hey, can't blame me. It was the alcohol, man. It was the shrooms. Oh, I was all fucked up. So, don't blame me for the things that happened and what I said and what I did because I was just so fucked up. See, it's drugs. Whatever. They're the problem. No, you're the problem. Handle your fucking drugs. Handle your alcohol. Handle your shit. I don't smoke so much weed that I'm fucking retarded every day. And I smoke way more weed than a lot of other people. Way more weed? Much more? Way more? Whatever. I like this one. This one's really nice, actually.
Yes,
It
nice
worked out
one.
way better
more
than I
weed.
thought.
Well, I figured like goatsy for your brain. Way more weed worked.
Wow. That one fucking. Now I'm just zoning out on this. Of course. Actually, that's not bad. It looks like a bunch of lightsabers, but it's not bad. It's actually really cool.
The other one said Adult Swim, so I was like, we're not.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I was like, why the fuck did he put Adult Swim on our?
I'm running out of lighters. What the fuck? How did that not work anymore? What the fuck? Again, can smoke throughout a show and not be completely goddamn retarded the entire time. How is that even possible?
Hey, leave me out of this. Again, to Pork Pie, who suggests,
And I'm famous now.
Why are you famous? No, let me hold up. To Pork Pie, who suggests that we're not doing shows for whatever reason. This is the reason,
yeah.
stupid. This is the reason. I am currently not capable of doing shows. We're trying. I mean, I guess this morning wasn't too bad, but I was saucy, and Stone had some stuff to say too. I was very saucy because Lou's delusional fucking continuing to go after Damien, and it's like, dude, guy hasn't responded in 8 fucking messages, however many weeks, and you're just like desperately sending pussy pics and shit, and like, just fuck off.
Oh, really?
I
didn't hear that part.
It's getting so desperate. I probably shouldn't have said that. You see, I'm not even here.
Shit. I got a message from Kai. Kai's been reaching out to me.
That's what I'm saying. They keep trying to get to everyone, and it's like, okay.
But we're the stalkers. That's what's hilarious about it. Oh, you complain about stalkers. That was a joke. I mean, come on, dude. Like, anyway, even if you were stalking, you probably aren't good at it. But then you guys start contacting all of us, and the whole like tagging our friends. It wasn't just our friends you were tagging us directly, Lou. That's what he was doing, Lou, tagging me and Jim directly in these clip things on Twitter. I know you don't pay attention to anything, but it wasn't just people we know. It was us. Like, why would we want to listen to that? Why would we want? And then if you do click on it, which I might have clicked on 1 or 2, it's like nonsense. Anyway.
Clicked on one. It was utter nonsense. I regretted it, and I said no thanks.
Dude, this looks like a movie's about to start.
I wish it was.
We're going to start watching stuff over on Rumble, everybody, I guess. I mean, and there may be more Alpha Pod Rants coming.
Yeah.
Shit, that show's doing way better than anything. Anyway, never mind.
Alpha Pod Rats. Maybe it's Night Creeps and just the morning shows. I could happily sit here and talk to you about Star Trek, I'm sure.
I didn't watch the new episode. Don't say anything yet. I don't want to.
All I'm going to say, say something.
I can infer.
No. This cannot be my opinion of what people are going to think. I can't imagine this is a spoiler, and it won't be something that'll interest Charles so much. But I feel certain communities are going to take this episode and wave it around like a flag and act like it was some big allegory. And it was an allegory. The same allegory science fiction has been sharing since the beginning of science fiction. Inclusivity. All lives are fucking worthy. You know what I'm saying? Until they prove otherwise. It's pretty simple. Just because you're a fucking half Asian, half Mexican Zach Morris wannabe, it doesn't mean you as an individual are bad.
Zach,
It doesn't mean you're going to go out pranking people and making silly calls on your big old mobile phone.
Is it more of an attitude thing? The Zach Morris thing is like I think my shit don't stink. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It just felt. What was it? Pat Morita and who's the other one? A gardener?
Not already.
Somebody's
A
gardener?
garden, yeah, a painter in
No.
New Jersey.
No. Pat Morita mixed with some Mexican. What, Cheech? I don't know.
Jeez,
And then
Luke
Zach
aspires
Morris.
to be more Slater.
Fine. We'll call you fucking.
To tell you the truth, when I actually, you're right on the nose on that, because when I was that young, my high school was very big in wrestling. Like they had a three-peat going on. So I was gonna join the wrestling team, but I ended up moving halfway through freshman year, and they don't start wrestling till like the second semester or whatever. So I never got to join wrestling. Then when I came to the States, the fucking school I went into didn't have a wrestling squad at all. So there went my wrestling dreams. I could have been The Rock.
Wow.
The
Do you ever know what happened to my wrestling dreams? I'm not wowing you. I'm wowing the back of my head where I realized, see, what I did was I also trimmed all my neck hair by myself.
you can't let it go.
And I seem to have gone up very high, like very high, about up to here, all the way around to the back. So like, I'm almost positive if you look at the back of my hair, it's fucking ridiculous. Almost positive.
Please turn around.
No, I don't wanna.
I want to see.
Can you see it?
Oh, I see. It almost looks like you're trying to put lines in the back. Like, you know how they kind of cut like a Christmas tree in the back a little bit?
Fuck that shit. Looks like a dick pic.
Oh, you know what? This is more for Alpha Pod Rants. So I'm not going to say it. I got to keep that material separated.
All right, then.
I'm not going to say I'm out of shit. That's it. I'm done. Did we want to even go over those clips? I mean, it's kind of stupid.
Let's save it for an episode where where I actually try. You did wonderful.
Oh yeah, so my clip played on NLO today. And what's funny is he hit every single note. I think Melton hit every little thing that I had seen, and I was trying to point out because I had a bunch of cuts in it, and a bunch of some zoom ins and zoom outs and stuff. Man, he hit every little thing, man. It was pretty neat to see. And then Stevie said I was famous because someone said my name once.
Who?
Get off my nuts, dude. Come on, man. Like, you can't leave me alone. Like, jeez. Got such a hard on for me. I don't know why. I mean, I am the antithesis of him. Somewhat good looking. And actually sane. Are you gonna post these, or are you just trying to look yourself? Like what? Oh my goodness! How you gonna fix that shit? You got to get someone to do that.
I got that fixed.
Oh man, Jesus.
Christmas. Want to see my cat's balls? JK.
Oh no.
It's not balls. It's just, see, there's no balls in the picture.
Wait a minute. So we're seeing a picture of the cat, but not the cat. I don't know.
He's not dead.
Becky wanted to see him.
Richard!
She thinks that something's wrong.
I don't like him in here anymore.
I know. I want to know too. Where is Richard? Where is he? He was the star. That's why we've been doing so terribly. Clearly. Richard hasn't graced us for so long. We need a little bit of I was gonna say canine. See, I've been drinking. See, if I'm drinking, every mistake I make, anything I do, you can't blame me. Just like if someone gets really stoned at night reports a channel, possibly, maybe, and he's doing drugs. I mean, mind-altering substances, and then you're judging us on what we're doing. I mean, we have problems, people. That's what's going on. I mean, and you want to blame us? We're the ones who have to deal with it, okay? In our families. So you think that you blame us for these things? It's because our society makes it so that we have to do these things to not go out and really destroy things. Like, seriously. I mean, that's what's kind of going on. Would you rather me go out and really destroy you, or use my powers creatively to have fun and make light? So, I mean, it could be either or. See, it could go either way. And actually, sometimes when I'm destroying, I can create even better. So if you want, I can really go full bore and then, But, I mean, just mediocre. So that was Richard. Hi, Richard.
It's
pretty mediocre. Yeah, I'm trying. Too hard. I'm trying too hard. Whatever happened to that dude? Whatever happened to Fatso Bardo? Whatever the fuck. Bardo Lardo Fat Man. What happened to him?
I don't know. I think maybe he saw some sense. I think this is just
he spent
speculation.
2 shows with Kai and Lou and went, oh my God.
Well, a little more than that. It's just speculation that you and I are both aware Jason is not full. He's not Tommy McNulty, Ricardo Lopez level, but he is somewhere between troll and psychotic. Like, he's joking and he's also crazy. There's a mix, but he's not too crazy, and
not crazy enough to be entertaining with it. At least for more than 5 minutes.
No, not crazy enough to completely ignore reality. And it seems like the things that he's been told have not added up. That's what it seems like, because occasionally he'll send me a message, and that's what it seems like, that things aren't adding up. And it won't. Whatever people tell you about us, folks, except if they tell you that we sucked on episode 44 and 45, it won't add up. No matter what they say about us, it's almost always bullshit.
See, that's why there's 2 of us.
All right, Richard, I'm in the middle of a professional broadcast, and I'm going to let you out.
See, I missed that. We kind of missed that, though. A little feline ambiance every once in a while.
I think that's what it is, because his ears were all the way back when I said, Richard, I'm doing a professional broadcast, and he looked at me like, sorry, I don't want the joke. Because I put it out, like, it's a broadcast. Like, I really put it out there. I sell it for this program, and I don't really realize the effect it's having on Richard. He seems to not like that, apparently, because he was literally like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to be in here. That's why I don't come in here when you're doing this. He's here all the time. He was right there. Why do you think I got him so quick? He's always here.
Time traveler.
He specifically, He specifically, okay, we're going to, episode 57 is going to be the worst one ever. Richard specifically stop. He leaves when the shows come on. He wants nothing to do with this camera and these shows. When the
Really?
microphone's here, he don't want to be here.
You know what? Maybe he doesn't like the green corner. Maybe it's like a weird
he's
void
here
space for him.
all the time. Otherwise, he's like literally right here, sitting in my lap all the time, all over me. I can't fucking do what I got to do half the time because he's all over me. It's shows. He wants nothing to do with them. He has made a choice. Just when you thought you was done, we ain't done. I'm just starting to get my wind, guy. I sat up.
Yeah, he's actually starting to go now. You did something. You went lazy ass. You got up and got you. So what do you mean? Okay, I wanna. Zen's producer said that my.
I'm getting used to my gay look, so
Where was this?
it's distracting me less.
The accent.
Are you going to read to yourself?
Right. I was trying to find it. I was looking through. The accent is coming out hard tonight. Oh, what when I'm starting to yell? I think Well, that's what happens. Kind of. Getting real. This is
did
real
you
world.
see the trailers for the new season of Black Mirror?
No,
Well,
I did not. But
it's
I've heard stuff though.
it looks fantastic. It looks star-studded. I watched the first episode. It was all right.
Does that mean
it was
fantastic though?
What?
That doesn't always mean fantastic. Star-studded, and just
Well-
because you throw a few stars together doesn't mean they always can work together.
For Black Mirror, though, throw some big names in Black Mirror, a show that's already pretty good. It's promising. So this first episode was with what's her name, Annie. Oh, maybe her name's Annie Potts. Because remember I was saying somebody's Potts. I don't know what the fuck her name is. The chick from Schitt's Creek and Kevin Can Fuck Himself, I think is what it's called. You know what I'm talking about? Annie Murphy.
older?
Annie Murphy. Annie Murphy. No, younger chick.
The one that plays the daughter in.
Correct. Not Catherine O'Hara, who plays the mother.
No, Catherine O'Hara. Okay, yes. All right.
Who, by the
haven't really seen her
way,
in much, Catherine O'Hara.
I've mentioned this years ago, and there's a reason sometimes Mr. Stone would have Schitt's Creek on in the background. My character, Todd Grundle, Jim Grindle, the voice, the projection, is based on some very specific characters amalgamated. And I have named a bunch of them in time. I've forgotten many of them. I know Reverend Lovejoy is one of them. Chris Elliott from Get a Life, Chris Peterson, the character he played there, that's one of them. And the mother from Schitt's Creek, that's another one. She came later. I added it in, but if you pay attention, you'll hear a lot of those flourishes in the old Jim Grindle character.
What a show that was. Man.
Fantastic show. But anyway, the chick, the daughter, she's in it, and it's an all right episode. It had a much better premise. It's like this woman starts watching Netflix, and it's her life. And then in the show, she's played by Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek is watching Netflix, and it's some Kate Blanchett playing her. So I thought they were going to go in like a perpetual loop of it. They didn't go in that direction. They went a little bit of a different direction. They started to, but overall, it just ended meh. But all the stars from the trailer are in that movie, and then Aaron Paul is in another episode. The rest of the three other episodes are nobodies. Actually, I think there's one somebody, ZZ Zaps or some shit. It's some weird name I've heard. One of these new weirdos.
I did see pictures of Aaron Paul. That's right.
He plays
was
an
also-
astronaut in a 1969.
He was also in the second season of.
No, Jay. I'm not playing a character tonight. I have told everybody
Westworld?
a million times. I've been dabbling in the character. I've been in and out trying to. I said, if you want, if the guy who plays Jim Grindle were to be on a show, it would not be an entertaining show. There's nothing there that you would want, anybody, because it would be what you saw tonight, just sitting there like this. I'm in my lizard brain, y'all. I'm in my lizard brain. Howdy do, Taz.
And maybe that's, you've written books before, you've done long projects. And so when
Right.
you're
So
starting to create,
let's use my past writing of books as an example. When I'm writing a book, I am
when you're writing,
retarded.
you literally, and it's like a long period of time too. So I'm used to the spurts of like, I got a lot of shit to do, this and that, but I'm always like creating a little piece, a little piece, a little piece, a little piece. So maybe your creativity is used to a long swath of time. It just says you're in, and it's hard to pop back out of that. Yeah, man, I understand that so much because like when I made the intro for the show, I was for 2 days straight. I could not stop doing it. Like any second I had free, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I gotta get this. I have to push through to get it done. So once if it's a project you want to actually finish, until it's finished, you're doing that, just like a book or an album. If you're like, I got to write this album in this amount of time, or I want to get it done as fast as possible, you just plow right through that motherfucker. And that's is that some sort of like mental illness focus thing? Like there's a you could, to be able to flip a switch like that and not be able to pull it back until a certain thing happens. That's got to be some sort of either superpower or mental illness, I guess. Just an obsessiveness where, yeah, you have to finish that creation, and it has to be to your satisfaction, and that's the other part of it, right? If you've got too high of an expectation, then you never come out with anything because you feel like it's never good enough. It needs more tweaking, just a tiny bit more. Ugh. And I sent you a song idea I had, or like an intro idea, and that particular one has been in my head for probably 6 months or so. And I just never had the time, or really didn't have a good means of hooking up and recording. But now that I got this little device over here, I can do it a lot better.
Hey, I just turned and saw a kind of handsome man on the screen. I'm feeling less gay as I go. I was talking about you, baby.
Yourself.
Did
right?
we move on from the great work? Because I've been gathering something that I wanted to read to you about the great work, because I've been mentioning it often. And Ganesh, are we still in that train or what?
Yeah, we're still there.
Okay, so you carry on.
Just talking about popping into that brain, and so with having this particular music idea in my head still bouncing, because even though I recorded it a little bit of the melody of it, it was still in my head. And it's just an extra thing to have in there, and it's sometimes sucks because you have a creation that hasn't squeezed out into the real world yet, and it just lives inside of you for so long and bumps into everything else you think. It's fucking weird.
Yes.
And I guess it's akin to people having dreams, never chasing after them, and then when they're older, chasing after any little sort of other people's dreams that they can find. Hey, these people do comedy. I think I could do that. I'm gonna chase that. And that's where you have like the bottom feeders who never get above anything. I mean, well, I guess we're bottom feeders, right? There we are. Mediocre again.
I do feel like a bottom feeder lately with these shows, I'll be honest. When we talk about some of those things.
Oh, bloke, you come in now and you're like, what are you talking about? It's a whole like twist, and you can't just come in an hour and 30 39, 45 seconds, 46, 47 seconds, and just be like, what are you talking about? Like, that's just, it's too bad.
Get him.
Steel Toe is picking a fight with Pat Dixon. Well, that's because Steel Toe is part of the Pellegrino posse.
The not so good fellas. Wink. I couldn't find what I was looking for about the great work, unfortunately. But there's just a story about a guy who wanted Ganesh to give him the power to write a book. And I think I already said these details, right? He wanted to complete a great work. And Ganesh said, in order to do that, I'll give you the power, but you are basically not going to do it because you're a bitch. That's how it went. So, and the guy's like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And he goes, all right, I'll give you the power, but you can't stop. Once you start, you cannot stop, or I'll take the power away.
Don't
It's
stop.
something
Get it.
along those lines. And that's how you get the power for the great work from Ganesh.
Oh, all right, I get it. You have the power to do it, but you don't always have the power to finish it all the time.
It's
Unless you
it's a
really
parable
push
about
yourself.
follow through. It's a parable about follow through and stick to itism.
That's interesting. I agree. That's exactly what I said. See? And again, that's an ancient parable. And it already has a direct link to what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it also
And not
speaks
even
to what you were saying with the mind, because your mind gets, or we were both saying, preoccupied, and you have to be aware. So yeah, no, it's not like I'm going to take it away from you, but you've got to understand you will be consumed by the great work, and you have to allow yourself to be consumed in order to complete it.
Yes, you have to let yourself be consumed, but the trick is to not let the rest of your life be consumed by it too. There is a like a forced compartmentalism you almost have to have. And if you can achieve that, that's when you really get to the high part. But the problem is, I think some people achieve that compartmentalism too early. So they are very creative, but they learn how to play the game, as you say. But then their creativity goes straight to playing the game, and that's where it stays. Like, their creative powers are going towards that and building their brand and building themselves, but they forgot about creating other things, coming up with nice, cool art ideas.
Which is what we're doing. Not saying now in this moment.
Not right here. I mean,
But overall, for the last dozen episodes, it's what we're doing. We're focusing on the tactics and the gimmicks as opposed to actually creating the content that we were or have discussed or might want to, whatever, we're being we're pretty much all beef all the time on Night Creeps now. Mostly, I think, kind of. Like, we dabble in and out from the beef and we segue, but I don't know.
But there's so much beef.
It's a fair
around.
balance. Let me just say, Luke, it's a fair balance. I don't think we're overdoing it. I just think I'm overdone with it. These people bore me. All of them.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm still dabbling in it. But I still think there's more fans that can be taken from there, actually. Or
well, that's a whole other
sourced
story.
from there.
That's a whole other story.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're going to break some shit. Damn, look what you made him do, bloke. Steel Toe is not going to be having... It doesn't seem to be impressing his wife.
I heard he has a
guess.
small wiener. I know, I heard. I watched
Can't make her come every time.
I watched the video.
That one. Oh, the one. Yeah. That was pretty
And then there's
hilarious,
this.
actually.
This is for you,
What's
Luke.
this?
Kick it.
Sorry, Pat. Maybe I should just punch her. Oh, wait. What did Pat say? I thought everybody should see this. So he sends that video of, yeah, Steel Toe kind of getting cucked by his wife and then saying, "Oh, I'm leaning into the bit, though. I wasn't really mad. I just lean into it. That's what you do when you're, feeling embarrassed but
Oh,
your
I
wife
watched
says
that
you can't make
shit.
her
They
come."
were for real. I watched it. I saw somebody. I think Pat Dixon
And
actually
she's
posted it.
and she's
Oh
so
yeah. I
confused
thought
during
everybody
the
should
thing.
see this. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Pat. Maybe I should just punch her. Any recommendations? I hear you use the right and the left. Which one makes them listen better? Is the basement dark or well lit? Can I pick up your prescription for you? You good? Maybe. What is that? I can't read that freaking. Mandy something Stoutmeyer. Maybe Mandy Stoutmeyer will come on your show and she can tell you some fun stories about at Pat Dixon. If he's looking to play in the mud like this, right? That poor woman. Play in the mud. Again, that's Chad's thing. But it's a joke to you to use Chad's thing because you're mocking it, but you're not really mocking, you're just using it. How are you mocking it? Anyway.
Yeah.
That's something the two loser Pats would do. Oh, the two loser Pats. So he's saying Patrick Melton too? Is that what he's implying? He's saying that Pat Melton's gonna beat a woman? I don't. I mock people's content and have more fans and talent, so they get desperate. Pat has his own issues. Well, your fans are unsubbing so that you spurg out. It's kind of hilarious. He wants to get to 10,000 and the numbers keep going down. It's 9.9. It was 9.98, then it went down to 9.97. It's now to 9.93 now. Is that I post?
I unsubscribed. I also saw that because somebody said, "Oh, Melton." I saw the clip on Twitter. Twitter's poison. Melton said, "They're gonna hit it. Don't be delusional." And that made me just say, "All right." I have no I don't care. I wouldn't have otherwise. I just saw that one clip and I said, "Okay, game on." I'm fucking pressing unsubscribe. It's that thing, Every little step counts. You can make a difference in this world. Use a little less water consumption in your life. It'll be way better for future generations. It's as simple as that. Click unsubscribe. Good chance there's others who will as well. And then when people see the numbers actually going down, then they're really going to start doing it because it's funny at that point.
Pat has his own issues. We all know this is projection. Poor Pat. He called He called me Michael Scott. Sucks to hear coming from Rupert Pumpkin. Shit. Settle down, says JB Floyd. I'm still trying to get over the fact that Steel Toe has a tiny little wiener. That's what it says. And Bex thinks that Steel Toe's wiener is inverted. Saw that one coming. Damn. It's like that. Maybe it's the slime from Ghostbusters 2 is inside of me, creating all this hate inside of me. Just need Mucinex. Bloke, why talk about compound media shit? Did Jim wish he got a wedding invite? No, but Ski Mask and Jim Stansel did, which is, I mean, why don't you just show your cards to everybody? I mean, whatever. It's so funny that the whole thing, that whole group is so smarmy. So smarmy, dude. Just they stink all around. Oh, great. I mean, I party too. Look, proof. I party hard, motherfucker. When it's time.
That was Luke at the wedding.
And again, learn how to handle yourself. Just because you're at a place like that, some of you go a little too far. It's the truth.
Listen, I got to address
And-
bloke. No, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done talking, and I realized you were in the middle of a set. I swear to God.
No,
I am so tuning it out.
Was I?
This idiot. It's just these idiots. But I did have a response to bloke. He says, "Why talk about compound media shit? Jim, yum, Jim." And if you can't tell, guy, I'm not really talking compound media shit. It's nothing personal to them or to Luke. I'm trying to engage. I really am. It might not seem like it, but I really am trying hard. I'm just it's not stuff I've thought about. Maybe it is the other thing that I'm working on, Luke. The fact that in a way, this media project, that I'm working on with these certain individuals, maybe that is adding to my fatigue on this world. Maybe.
And it's also possibly changing your perspective on it too. I mean,
Perhaps.
seeing it through a different lens, or
Perhaps.
Yeah,
But more
I
importantly,
get it.
bloke, what I really want to tell you is this.
New shit.
Hey yo, 2008, motherfuckers, we're chilling here. We got Kermit the Frog on this bitch.
Kermit the Frog here.
Kick it.
I'm Kermit the Frog here.
Kick
I
it.
don't know why, but I gotta shed a tear.
Kick it.
Miss Piggy always wants to fuck me.
Kick it.
Though I run up Sesame Street, I pimp him out like Big Bird. The count is a bitch, she's a turd. But I don't give a fuck anymore. Because I like to have sex with whores. I'm a frog. And I like to do it froggy style. Kermit the Frog, I'm here on the butt wild. What do you have to say about that?
What?
Bitch nigger can't rap, Kermit the Frog. Like I said.
That's like I said. That's it. So take that, bloke. You little jerk.
The count is a big piece of turd.
I liked it. I will say that Kermit's voice has been terrible since Jim Henson died. The official voice, I hate it every time. It's not dynamic enough. It's
They
almost
should have hired that
monotone.
Kermit to play the new Kermit. That was a good Kermit doing the rap.
Yeah, very
But he's dead now. Fentanyl and heroin.
Damn, Kermit. Why you gotta do that? I'm glad that I was. I've always been afraid of needles. At least, not. I mean, if someone gives me a shot or whatever, although I probably should be afraid of it, but
Me and my boy right here, we had a saying, not a junkie because I only sniff it. I told him, you only sniff it, you'll be fine. Otherwise, you'll die. Everybody I know who shot it is dead, and he shot it, and he's dead. I'm not a junkie. I only sniff it.
Bloke says, love everyone.
But you were going to
but
tell a story. Tell your fucking story. Bitch, N-word who
just
can't
said-
rap.
it was. I just think that ever since then, Jim Henson died.
No, you're in
right
fear of needles,
before-
Fruit Booter.
Oh, just injecting needles. And then I think when Train Spotting came out, I was at the right age to see it, to be like, okay, yeah, I don't want to, nah, I'm all set with that.
Nah, not
Turning
a
into
good.
that.
Train Spotting is not a good heroin tale. It doesn't
It was a
tell the
good
story
deterrent for me
correctly. Like
because a bunch of them would have died.
in a way, you know, almost like when they stylize his high at one point. I forget what they do. Not when he falls.
He fought
Maybe,
such
but
a
then doesn't he
perfect
like
day.
after he falls? Does he go through? Does it become like a music video almost?
I think so.
Because you know,
It's been a long time since
okay.
I
I had this Kermit who's dead. Different guy. These are two different people, by the way. That I'm talking about. This guy is not Kermit. But Game Kermit actually he lived the longest because he only sniffed, even though he was sniffing literally bundles a day. This motherfucker was sniffing so much dope. But he died from fentanyl. The other one died from going from sniffing to needling. But Kermit and I, we were writing something a long time ago called Dope. And it's basically how you feel. It's like the whole movie would have been me and him as these rappers, you know, like we're going to be the biggest star rappers, and everywhere around us, it's like we're being adored and we're like the leaders of the party. We're dope. You know what I mean? We're dressed flyest. And we're not junkies because we only sniff it. We're always, you know, really making it look cool. But the end result is we were really just like, you know, fucking nodding out, fucking scabbed up fucking fiends. You know what I mean? Like, just dopes. And that's how everybody really like we're looking at ourselves like we're dope, and everyone else is looking at us like we're dopes.
Yeah. More basketball diaries then.
Yeah, well, the aesthetic of Basketball Diaries feels correct to me. But kind of the way you like that like that's the reality of it, Basketball Diaries, I feel. Just dirty and grimy. But
the way you feel,
just feel like
you're
you
just
feel
on top of the
perfect.
world.
You feel perfect.
Well, I already feel perfect, so what would that do? It would have the opposite effect, right? Maybe it would just make me feel normal. Oh, I wouldn't want that.
I don't know. Maybe it's like hibernation. Maybe there's some winters that come and they're just too cold for the mind, and one needs to hibernate for a certain amount of time.
That sounds about right with heroin. Yeah, it puts you in hibernate, like it puts you in a natural state of hibernation. That's why you feel so good. You feel so warm. You're reverting to an earlier state of evolution.
Yeah, because I did it years and years after I did it last, years and years ago. And boy, it was like, I remember, I was like, what the fuck did I like about this? It's just like, my body, it felt the same. But I'm like, all that's happening is I am getting to the most perfect level of relaxation. And nothing for nothing, the older you get, you're just tired as fuck anyway. So if you just let it go, you'll get to that ultimate level of relaxation pretty easy by the end of the night, at least. And you don't have to worry about dying on heroin. But I was just like, what is it? Like, all that time, I thought this was a good feeling when I was younger. And it was just falling asleep. It was just deep. I don't know. It was stupid. I did not enjoy it that last time. It made no sense to me. I don't want to be asleep. I want to be awake.
Exactly, and that's the other thing. I'd rather do cocaine than heroin, but I'm deathly afraid of that too. Well, I wasn't.
I'd
as a
rather
kid,
do
'cause-
cocaine now too. Well, cocaine I did 2 years ago.
That's right. You can call me a pussy if you want, where I say I'm deathly afraid of cocaine, because you know I don't need any heart problems, man. Shit, I smoke a lot of weed, so I already got there's like lung and then the heart. You don't want to start destroying more than one, you know, major organ.
Yeah, no, you're totally right about that. It's only been 2 years since 2 years ago I did it. I didn't fear it. I didn't feel any ill effect, but I feel 2 years later here, I wouldn't do that coke again. I think my heart would explode.
Fentanyl
I don't
as
know.
well.
Nah, well, yes with the fentanyl and no, I don't know. Although I got to tell you, now that I think about it, it would be fun to sniff a little dope and go to the beach. If as long as you're moving and you don't stop and you do a little bit, not advising people, folks. Here's what I'm saying. To the heroin addicts out there, I am simply imparting to those of you who are already in the throes of an opiate addiction. I'm simply recounting to you now what had worked for me in my past long ago, and this is with pure stuff, not fentanyl cut stuff. But we would do what was called a cunt hair. It was literally a line the size of a fucking cunt hair, and
that's got to be where it really came from, like sniffing shit. That's probably where a cunt
what
hair. The term a cunt hair.
Maybe, but you do that little cunt hair at the very beginning of the day that you're doing it. You also don't do it more than 3 days in a row. If you're doing it a third day, you're probably going to have ill effects on the fourth, and then you take a good time off from doing it after doing it. But anyway, you do a cunt hair in the morning and you don't stop moving. What we really used to do, this whole crew, we would go to Patterson, we would buy probably like 10 of us, and we would buy like 4 nickel bags of crack cocaine and like 2 bags, $5 bags of heroin, and we would go fucking 2 at a time into the bathroom, and we would fucking sniff a cunt hair and smoke a crack rock, and then we would just be high on that all day until we would smoke dust midday. Space, actually. It was dust, crack, and weed in a blunt, and then the rest of the day was just weed. The rest of the day was just weed. Occasionally at the end, the space base usually kept you awake for the rest of the day. So as long as you do that, heroin addicts, you might be all right. You might be. This is not medical advice. We are not medical doctors. This is a simple anecdotal tale of stupidity.
I mean,
do not try this at home.
That's exactly what snake oil was, right? Back in the day, a mixture of this, mixture of that.
Fucking Sherlock Holmes did that shit, dog. Come on now.
Sherlock Holmes sniffed heroin. Hell yeah. And
in moderation, a little bit of the heroin. Right. Sometimes you got to balance it off with a little bit of the cocaine, and then you got to fucking get a little psychedelic in there. Also, oh man, we would also have MDMA up in the mix a lot of the times, and that would really, we would do a lot of ecstasy, MDMA, just the whole mix in the day, because you don't want to die. So, like, if we had just taken too much heroin, we would just start doing more coke. And then if we did too much coke and heroin, we would start doing psychedelics. And then it would all work out. If we were too drunk, pop some E-pills. All that, the drunk goes away, and now you're partying again. That's how we did it. We are not advising anybody to do that. That is very bad. No. Drugs are bad. Things are illegal. These are simple anecdotal tales, not medical advice. Do not try this at home.
Not at all. Unless you want to.
One time a virgin raped me.
While you were on MDMA and everything?
I was drunk. Drunk and high on weed. I don't think any psychedelics were involved there.
Lou the Groomer.
The difference between MDMA and ecstasy is MDMA is the main ingredient in ecstasy. Ecstasy is a composite of other drugs like heroin, cocaine, etc. It's a mix. It's a mix. The MDMA is just the euphoria. Again, not a doctor, not medical science, but one time my friend Lewis, different Lou, I almost said his name. He is a literal psychotic. Used to go to the police knew him in Garfield, New Jersey. No, Jeffrey, MDMA is better. arguably, but at least for my purposes, which are, psychedelia and psychonautical activity, exploration.
I mean, personally, I have done MDMA and ecstasy. MDMA, I liked the ecstasy being cut with something a little speedy.
Sure,
I liked it
sure. But in the
being
case of my friend Lewis, who was having a psychotic break and was going to go to the police station, literally, and get himself killed by police because he was going to go in there with a weapon and fucking start doing shit. This is a real tale. And I looked at him and I was like, I was like, yo, Lou, just open your mouth. And he looked over at me like, about to say, fuck you, fag, but instead he realized, and his eyes brightened up because he realized I had just fucking purchased like a fucking garbage bag full of MDMA. Me and my friend were selling it at the time, and he knew that, so immediately his eyes went like this, and he went, and I fucking dropped a handful of MDMA down his throat, and within minutes, his psychotic break ended. He was bad. It was bad. Like, he was disassociated. He was just speaking psychobabble. Mr. Jeff, you've had a psychotic break at one point that I've witnessed. It was worse. Well, yours was kind of bad. It was more fucking scary than yours. More disassociated. More broken in what he was saying, more on loop too, because that's what happens when these people have a psychotic break. They go on a loop often, and this loop was strong. The Lou loop was strong, and it immediately dissolved, and he became the Lou I knew at 16. Like, literally the same, because like I knew this kid when we would ride bikes together. He would rollerblade, I would skateboard. And we would slay puss, and he was a normal, sane person, and life destroyed him, drugs destroyed him, his own fragility destroyed him, and he became, his own mental illnesses also destroyed him, and he became his mental illnesses, essentially. Currently, once a month, he walks into traffic. Right now, he lives in Florida, ironically, and walks into traffic once a month to kill himself, and then they put him into a mental home for a few weeks, and then they let him out, and then he gets homeless for a week, walks into traffic, tries to kill himself, wash, rinse, repeat. But yeah, this guy from that dose, it was a large amount, a palmful. I just reached right in the bag, dropped it in his throat, totally became the Lou I knew. So for those reasons, I prefer MDMA. But I do agree with you with that speedy rush. It does help. That's why I like acid the best of it all, because of the speed.
yeah.
Okay. Helps guide you through the journey.
Sharpens up your senses. So yeah, you feel like everything's coming quicker, like you can kind of react a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah. And I never really tried to do a whole lot of creative things when I was tripping, because I was young, and that's when I did most of it. And I just didn't have, I didn't have the skills back then, or I hadn't developed all those skills yet. Oh. But again, I say I'm scared of coke and shit, but ecstasy cut with that stuff, it was fun. But yeah, it's just in the middle of doing drugs like that, I just get this feeling of like I hate it. Like I once that happens for me, it's like I almost sober up. I'm almost like, ugh, why am I doing this? Like right in the middle, it'll just happen. Like, not like bad. I've never had a bad trip, but just that feeling of, why do I even need to do this again? To feel connected or disconnected.
I think I
like
might
in the
wished
Matrix.
It would end, but I never asked why do I do it.
Oh man, can this just stop now? Can I stop tripping for a second? Well, I'll tell you this: when you go on a bachelor party and you eat shrooms, and you go to the casino and have a crazy time, and then go to the strip joint and have an even crazier time and lose most of your money, and then when you're driving home afterwards, you get pulled over and you get arrested. That will sober you up quickly, especially if you've shoved a pipe in your shoe and
I
your
thought you were
weed
gonna say butt.
in your underwear. And then, oh, actually, your pipe and your weed in your underwear, and then they put you in the cruiser because it's only one cop, and he wants to search the car, but he doesn't want anyone to run. So puts me in the back of the cruiser, unhandcuffed. So I put everything in my shoes, and then he ends up finding my buddy's weed. He didn't hide it, and then arrests us both, and then I go to jail. I go to a small jail because I wait for the car to get towed. My friend gets taken away, put in a cell in like a little trailer, this small town with a tiny like police station trailer that had like two little holding cells. He's in one. I'm in the like little lobby or whatever, the desk area. He guys ask me questions, processing me. I keep saying I want to go to the bathroom. He won't let me go. At the very end, he tells me I can go to the bath. They're going to transfer us to a real jail. So he's going to let me go to the bathroom, but I have to go to the bathroom in the cell. And he says, "Oh, and before you go into the cell, take your shoes off."
I coughed.
So I
Take your what? Your pants off?
Take your shoes off. So I had a pipe, a metal pipe, or wood and metal pipe in one shoe, and then the weed in the other shoe. And I've been walking around. I flat feet anyway, trying to walk around like nothing's going on. And he's like, "Take your shoe off." Now, this dude was so hot to bust us, so hot. He was just like, I got some weed. This is like, this is 2002 or so. So he's just like, it's super illegal. It's like a eighth of weed, and we're out in the fucking boonies. So this guy's just like, "Yeah, I got some motherfuckers. And he tells me to take my shoes off, and I'm just thinking, I'm gonna take my shoes off. He's gonna look at him and see this fucking weed and pipe, and he's gonna fucking slam me to the ground. How does he know I don't have like a weapon on me or stuff? This dude, I'm gonna get beat to shit inside of this fucking police station right now. So I pretend I go like to take my shoe off, like push it off with my foot, and he goes, you know what? That's gonna take too long. So just fucking go. Just walk in there and go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right. So I can't really like reach in there and throw it away. We go to a jail, go to the main like holding cell area, but not like the main population. They let us stay there overnight. I didn't even have enough money to make bail, but the dude, I charmed my way into making bail. And he's like, you're $10 short, whatever. Fucking yeah, get out of here, Like, and when the magistrate comes, he'll say, he'll fucking get you out of here. All right, but my buddy didn't. He had to go into population. So now I'm walking the streets, waiting for his girlfriend to come pick me up, and I still had a fucking pipe and weed in my fucking shoes the entire fucking time. Like that moment.
Did you start smoking while you're waiting? Like as soon as you got out?
Not on the street, but well, actually, no, I didn't. And she picked me up, but she had to go somewhere, so I had to go get my car and then go pick him up because she paid. But the magistrate went somewhere else, so he couldn't get him out right then. He had to wait till the magistrate came back. So he got let out, and he's walking the streets now, like all looking fucking fucked up because he just got put into population for like 4 hours, and he was fucking freaking out about it. He had a heroin addict and shit next to him, which he's not used to that. So it's like he was just like, "What the fuck?" And then as soon as I picked him up, I'm like, "Hey, you want to smoke?" I was just like, "What the fuck?" But the moment when that cop said, "Take your shoes off," or like that whole thing, I was like trying to pretend I wasn't tripping. Again, I was on mushrooms earlier in the night, fucking tripping my balls off. And then I'm in this police station and trying to act my way out. Like literally, I did my best acting job of my life then. And it's like almost after that moment, everything pales in comparison. Like literally, I felt like my life was on the fucking line. I was going to get beat the fuck. This guy was going to destroy me if he found that on me. I could feel it from him, you know what I mean? And just going to pretend to take my shoes off saved me because he was like, "Ah, fuck that." But if I had been like, "Oh no, I don't have to go now." What do you mean? You've been asking to go to the bathroom the whole time. Now you don't have to go there. I tell you to take your shoes off. What's in your shoe? Like, oh, fuck, motherfucker. Anyway, so that'll sober you up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I the very first time I did acid, that it worked. I got it from if you did. I'm sure I've told this story, but you see the movie Party Monster,
Oh, you know what? I haven't with Culkin.
right? Well, the guy who they murdered in that Angel, he was somebody I knew, and I actually knew all of them. Michael Alec and his girlfriend would come and hang out at our bagel shop. That was our spot with our friend Glenn Maddie, who ended up with the AIDS. And we would all go hang out at the Limelight with these people back in the 90s. And we used to prank our friends into the gay room. Like, we would say it was the exclusive line. Like, this is the VIP lounge for the Limelight. And we would have, I remember this one kid, Will, we had go stand on line at the gay room, the gay door. There's a gay door to the Limelight.
The gay door.
And, yeah, he was like 16 at the time, and he stood on the line. And we didn't see him for the rest of the night. But I bought that first acid that worked from Angel, and we left Passaic, New Jersey, Dunkin' Donuts, me and my friend Sean, and we were tripping fucking insane. And we used to steal so much from the stores at the time. You had starter jackets back then, the big fluffy ones, and those goose down jackets that were the trend and shit like that. So you could fit. I remember because my friend was Polish, another one of my friends, and his mom used to send us in to steal fucking 10-pound kielbasas and shit. But also cartons of cigarettes. They used to be in the aisle. They didn't even have any fucking plastic on them or nothing. It was just cartons of cigarettes in the aisles. You'd grab them and you'd take them to the register and you'd buy them. Except for the crazy kids like us, we would just take them and steal them. Well, on the acid, I went, because my other friend, Eddie's sister-in-law, was like, go steal us some cigarettes. So we did. I ended up talking my way out of that. The cops came and everything. I don't know how. I fucking told them 900 million stories. Ended up seeing somebody I knew who worked there, and I said, and I was like 15 maybe, and I was like maybe 14, and then I was like this fucking, I know that guy. I'm like, how about if I can get him to pay for the cigarettes I stole, and you just let me go? And then they're like, fine. I guess they didn't want to hear me no more. So he did. The guy paid. I tried to take the cigarettes when I left, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, but I paid for them. And they're like, you're 4 years old, kid. Get out of here. I remember walking out of the grocery store parking lot, huge parking lot, just walking. Because I'm like, I just have to walk normal because this is all some trick. I don't know how they let me walk out of there. I don't know why I'm walking out of there. They're going to get me. But they're going to get me. I have to walk normal because the second I start to run, it's going to be an admission of guilt. They're going to get me. They're going to get me. I made it right to the end of the road, and this is right next to Garfield, New Jersey High School, right next to the road where the ShopRite was. And the second I got where I can tell that I didn't want to look behind me, but where I knew it was out of my sight, I ran across the fucking the length of the high school, got to the middle, right by the fucking sign of the high school. Again, I'm standing right by the road, and I was like, I gotta piss, and I just immediately started going like this. Oh my god! my dick's gone. Where's my dick? Freaking out. I didn't unbutton or nothing. I'm like freaking out. Like, why is it smooth? Why is it smooth? Where's my dick? Where's my dick? Because I'm like rubbing the jeans. Yeah. I'm like, where's my
Where'd it go?
Like, where's my?
Oh, you turned into a Stevie Lou. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I scratched. Where is it?
I thought I forgot the step of unzipping and taking out the penis.
Oh, yeah, you're
I
pretty
just
fucked
reached
up. And
down
you're
and
scared.
I reached down for a penis that wasn't there. I just started grabbing at it and I freaked the fuck out. And then I pissed right there.
Sure.
Again, mind you, the store is right here. The cops are right here. I'm standing in front of the high school that's right there. I'm like, hundreds
that
of
far
feet
away.
away. And it's a main road, and I just fucking, once I realized that my penis was still in my pants, I took it out and started urinating. And then I ran the rest of the way. And then I was molested by an older woman that night.
Same night? Did she see you peeing and picked you up? No. Like, oh, look at him. He likes splashing it.
I can't give details, you sicko.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, yeah, because you were underage. Oh, man. Jeez. What? It always has to go to that, huh?
She was much older. Not old. She wasn't 30 yet, but she was at least 26.
All right, so I guess this is about it. Staring down the barrel of 45. Is that what we're doing? Not me. I'm only 43, remember?
Yeah. No, we already stared down the barrel. It's over. 45's over. I mean, you want to? There's only one way we can make this worse.
All right. Well, I just gotta.
No, that was good. That was good. All right. Bye, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Night
All
Creeps.
right. Leave the comments in the comment section. Tell us some things we can talk about. We can't come up with nothing. You're talented, bloke. I believe in you.
I'm Schwarzenegger.
He's got all sorts of hidden talents that
No, I don't.
I'm just untalented push. You don't do a thing ever. and I'm so much better without you. With 7 views. Or 7 of them being Jim, I think. Or other people just fucking with me because they know that I'll dunk with Jim. They know this game is played better than you, even though you've been in it for long. Okay. No growth. Just steady decline. But you gotta be nice, we just gotta be great. You gotta be nice. Oh, Heath Ledger, man. He did some good movies, isn't he? Good guy there.
He's dead.
Anyway.
He's dead.
Oh,
The show ended, Kai. Shut up. The show's
terrible.
over, Kai.
I can't believe I remember that. Yeah, he died, and man, I want to see so much more from him. And that was like,
Well, he was a good Batman. I can't. Can I do it? Give me a Lou voice. How do I do Lou?
I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Oh no, I don't know how to do that. I'm Lou. I'm a pork pie. Okay, you do your thing. Okay, let's see how long we can do, and we'll just end it eventually. All right, go. Okay.
Let's hear what they make here. Night Creeps Cafe and Grill. Oh.
Oh,
Like
they think they make burgers. They make cow burgers. Oh, I'm fat. Oh.
Well, the Italian, what does he make? Pasta burgers?
Rumpernickel burgers.
Burger.
Maybe it's Rumpernickels.
Meatball burgers.
Yeah,
burgers
buddy.
And meatballs.
Yeah,
Woo!
buddy. Hamburgers and meatballs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Fuck, I lost the
I
tone.
remember-
Do that Lou voice again, quick.
I can't
I'm
switch.
fat.
Well, my little buddy, remember that? My buddy. I had one of those when I was
I am the
little.
Terminator. I am your little buddy too, who's a robot and has human skin. I look like a human, but I'm
Wait a
really a
minute.
robot.
You're a termite eating nader? Terminator.
You better not call the exterminator because I'm a Terminator, and it would be the wrong guy if you called him.
How about this? I'm a Mr. Freezinator. I'm a guy that freezinators everyone, and but the tech works so good because it's cold nature.
Me have popsicle in my freezer. Me put popsicle in my wife.
Well, you talk about having a cold snatch. I mean, she's a real cold bitch now, I think. I mean, I don't
Cold
mean
snatch?
call her
I don't know
bitch.
nothing about a cold snatch.
I mean, I don't want to be, mean to no one or anything. I don't want to make it kind of,
Boop, 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 boop.
I want to keep all options open, possibly, because this one's starting to kind of work kind of weird here, and I'm just not sure if I.
Oh, I'm weird. Oh, we're weird. Oh.
What's that? Oh man. Well,
I don't know,
I
you
mean,
lost
you're
me.
weird in your own special ways, though. I mean, it's you're a good guy. You're just great, man. And I had nothing to do with the thing that he did, though. I just want to tell you that in a personal message. That I mean, I hope I pass across some other time, and I think that you're pretty talented, and that maybe we would have some good synergy if we started to work together.
Oh,
sometime.
hamburgers. Oh, a big cow burger. Oh.
That's literally from the message.
I'll be back.
But anyway, oh man, I remember when that first came out, and we